Good morning, everybody. We're just working out
Good morning.
technical difficulties to make sure that we are streaming. Right. Okay, and we are officially live. So I am here today with a variety of people. So we have Landon Clark and Mrs. Salina Barksdale-Clark with us today. They're going to be our authors and readers. We have Adrienne Barr of Elena and Jane Books here today. She's famous now. Y'all can get y'all's autographs later. And then we have a few people watching with us from home, and I'm happy to see y'all in the Zoom. And based on my Facebook alerts, we have people watching on Facebook as well. So that's always a blessing. So, real quick, our co sponsors for today's events are Alamance Achieves, Future Alamance, Allied Churches of Alamance County, Elena and Jane Books, Burnett Chapel Christian Church, the Kia Foundation, WNCC Western District Social Action Commission, Genesis Child Development Center, and This Woman's Words. Our literacy resource for today is a repeat. We've done this one in English and in Spanish, and I'm bringing it back to you in English because it's just that dope. So again, I want to encourage you all to check out Vroom. So that's VROOM.org. They have all kinds of resources, and the best part about them is that you can have them on an app on your phone, or you can get the actual hard copy cards and flyers that can help you with kids from 0 to 5, pretty much, with just different things, teaching them cause and effect by using light switches, just all kinds of just interesting, fun stuff that you can do around the house or in everyday interactions that will teach them a variety of things and that will help them with their brain function. And that as you go older with older children, as you go over the information with them, it will help you with their literacy. So again, that's Vroom, VROOM.org. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, I'm going to introduce Landon Clark. And Landon might be the youngest author and reader on our series thus far. I'm super excited about that. I hope y'all are super excited about that. He's very dapper in his shirt. I have already told him already that I love the color. So just so y'all know, that I think the color is amazing, and I'm sure the people in the audience will agree. So let me tell you a little bit about Landon and Salina. Landon Ryan Clark is a vivacious 11-year-old young man. He finds joy in basketball, video games, and exploring. Landon is a rising sixth grader, and this will be his second published work. Salina Barksdale-Clark can be best described as a jack of all trades. She serves as a vital member of the community, a mother of 3, the youngest of whom is Landon, an entrepreneur, and an amazing wife. Salina is wonderful, and this is proven throughout the book, which is her first published work. So, without further ado, I am going to turn it over to Landon and Salina to begin reading to us.
Good morning. All right.
Mommy, If You Just Hold My Hand. Written by Landon Clark and Salina Barksdale-Clark. Illustrated by Guy Vari.
The dedication. This book is dedicated to Dr. Alicia for believing in our dream. We would like to dedicate this to our family and to all the other dreamers. Yet I am always with you. You hold me by my right hand. Psalm 73 and 23, the NIV version.
Mommy, If You Just Hold My Hand.
If you hold my hand, I can become an astronaut and soar through the night skies.
If you hold my hand, I can become a lawyer and fight for what is right. Equality, fairness, justice, and law.
If you hold my hand, I can become an inventor and create new gadgets for boys and girls to see.
If you hold my hand, I can design buildings with massive landscapes, and with brilliant landscapes is where dreams will emerge.
If you hold my hand, one day I can occupy one of the highest offices in the land.
If you hold my hand, I can be the greatest son ever.
Mommy, if you hold my hand, I will be the greatest man you could ever imagine. Son, I will always hold your hand, but there is something you should know.
What is that, Mommy?
The hand that you were holding was not just mine. God has been holding your hand the entire time. And that is the end of our book.
So that was amazing. I love it. I love it. So every week I feel like I say that was amazing. I love it. But y'all are blowing my mind with this reading series. Landon, that is an awesome book.
Thank you.
Important book. And I'm glad that you wrote it because I think that other young men need to know that regardless of how cool or uncool it looks, sometimes you need your mama to hold your hand. And I say that as a 35-year-old who sometimes still needs my mama to hold my hand, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So thank you so much for being on here with us today. I'm going to ask Adrienne first if she has any questions before I ask my question.
I first have to say that is such a beautiful story, just period, especially with Mother's Day coming up next month. And just thinking about how, my relationship with my mother has been, and like Sharia, said, we 35 and we still need our mamas. Like, I'm a mama's baby. And then just looking at the relationship that I have with my daughter, how close we are. I love that the two of you decided to write such a powerful message of a mother and son bond, and then how you brought religion into it, because we never walk alone, even sometimes when we feel like we are. We're never alone. So that's just beautiful to bring that full circle. So what was y'all's inspiration for writing this story?
Well, it came about a few different ways, but I know we don't have all the time in the world, so I will just say this. I work very closely with our daughter, Chase, in her nonprofit. And I always wanted to do something with Landon to call our own, but I did not know what that was at the time. And we learned of Landon's writing gift after a summer camp at UNCG, and he blew my mind. And that's where the first publication came in, when you read his introduction. So I was, grounded as a mom to say, hey, this might be something that we can do. And I sort of set it on the shelf, and we had some friends that we went to their house for an idea party, the Hayes household. And so they sort of shoved me into saying, hey, you need to do something and this came up. And so I came home, told Landon, and he went that day, he went right into the room that we're sitting in, and he produced the words to this book. And when he came out already, he said, okay, Mom, he said, I'm done. I said, no, you're not. And so needless to say, when I read it, I was floored as well. And so that is basically our story, but it's turning into so much more as we're hearing the feedback after people are getting an opportunity to read it.
Absolutely, yes, it's beautifully written. What's your first book about? I know we're highlighting this one, but hey, let's talk about all the works. Can you tell us a little bit about the first book?
It was a nonfiction book about leopards, I'm pretty sure.
It was cheetahs.
I think it was cheetahs. Yeah.
They first cousins. It's all good.
Yeah. And we had to do research about whatever we wanted if it was a nonfiction book. And I just decided to do cheetahs. And I put all of the facts in there, like where they live, how much they weigh, stuff like that. And at the end of the camp, we read it to people, the audience, and it sort of was published then.
That's awesome. Do you have a third book coming up? I'm your nosy auntie from afar.
Coloring book.
Yeah, there is a coloring book coming up.
Yay. You'll have to let us know when soon. Do we have a date yet?
Yeah, like Monday. It's at the printer right now.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, you guys will have to let us know so we can go ahead and share that, because me and my daughter were just talking about coloring books, and she's 14. But she doesn't like the adult coloring books. That's not her shtick.
Right.
She still likes the kid coloring books just because, she likes to draw too. So it's
right
up her wheelhouse. So yeah, you'll have to let us know so we can get a copy.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the mirror of this book. And many people were like, I wasn't ready for it to be done yet. We need more. And I said, well, good. Cliffhangers are good. So the coloring book came about, and it sort of mirrors it a lot. It's a book of affirmations for children that they can speak along with each page. So it's a little different than the actual book, but we're excited about it. We like how it's turned out.
Well, congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll turn it over to Sharia.
So affirmations are a thing, and I'm so glad that you combine them with coloring, because I too like to color. And I think that's just really dope. I'm so proud of y'all.
Thank you.
See from afar, Landon, and I'm just really proud. This is amazing. So let's thank God for that idea party that y'all had, because I'm going to tell you, in today's world where we hear so many negative things about Black folks and young Black men, this is a vital and important book. And I think that while what's most beneficial about this book is that we can point to examples of everything. Like when you showed the page about being president, I immediately thought of Barack Obama, and I was like, yes, that is possible, indeed. So I appreciate y'all reading this book to our group today. I want to ask Landon. Landon, what do you enjoy most about writing?
Really, you can spread your imagination out in words, and sometimes, you mess up, and it isn't like you can't do it over. So, like in drawing, if you mess up, then there might be a problem. But in writing, you can always erase it and retry.
That's wonderful. And I think that every adult that I've had on this show would probably agree with you, because your ideas and your imagination have the ability to change the world. And we see it today. And so I just want you to keep doing great things. I want to thank you from taking a break from your awesome basketball career. Your mama told me that you didn't have a game today, or that your game is later today. So I'm glad that you were able to be with us and read. Salina, you are doing remarkable work. I am equally as proud of you as I am of Landon. Let me know when the coloring book drops so that I can tell everybody to buy one, because that's what I'm going to do. So all of y'all watching on Facebook, be ready, because you're going to have to buy the coloring book. And we're going to have a good old time. And the next time y'all have an idea party and a wonderful work comes out of it, y'all let me know. And if the virtual reading series is still going on, I'd love to have you back so we can read that.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm so glad y'all were able to be here. I want to thank everybody that watched today. Thank you to all the co-sponsors.
Yes.
I think that what I have to say in this moment is also thank you for the youth. I know that the people that were watching on Zoom have left, but thank you for the youth that tuned in today, because I think that it's real easy to see adults supporting other adults, but it's also important to see youth supporting other youth, because you will one day be adults as well. So I'm glad to see that people who know y'all came in the room and were supporting with their kids. That's always great to see. So next week, we will have Jennifer Universe, and she will be reading a book called Make It a Good Day, along with lines as affirmations that we were talking about with Landon and Salina. This book is for the youth and it features children of color, and it's all about deciding to have a good day. And I think that after reading the book, what I think is most important about it is that even though it's a children's book, it works for adults as well. And so
Yes.
sometimes you just have to decide to have a good day. And so I hope you have a wonderful day for the rest of today. And next week, we will see you back here to talk about making it a good day with Jennifer Universe. And she might even teach us a little thing like with some breathing exercises and some different affirmations and things like that. So I hope that you all will join us again next week. And again, be on the lookout for the coloring book to go along with Mommy If You Just Hold My Hand. We'll see you next week. Bye.